Wisconsin Foodie would like to thank the following underwriters.
My name is Madeline Kuhn, and I am a member of the research and development team and a licensed cheesemaker at Emmi Roth. We produce about 20 varieties of cheese. While I grew up on a dairy farm, inspired me to pursue the food science field in general. So after college, I had received a great opportunity at Roth Cheese to come and work for the research and development team and make cheese. And welcome to our production floor.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here.
Seriously, it's like walking into Willy Wonka's cheese factory.
Right.
You know, one of the things that always strikes me in these plants is like the ability to make such a high quality product, but to make a lot of it, right?
Yes.
You constantly got to be moving and shifting and keeping this thing clean, sanitized, yet everything has to work like clockwork, basically.
Absolutely. Wisconsin is the place to be for cheese because we have such a density of experience and knowledge in a small area. We have been able to draw talent from all over the world, and because cheese is produced all over the world, that's a beautiful thing. I want to show you something special.
I love special things.
These are the copper kettles. We have 4 cheese vats here, and it's also where our copper vats for making Grand Cru are.
These are copper.
These are copper. If you look way in there, you can see the copper lining.
Why is that so special? Why is that important?
Copper is part of the traditional Alpine cheesemaking style. It heats fast, and we need those high temperatures for making cheeses like our Grand Cru. So there are only a few copper vats in the US, so the fact that we have 2 here is really special.
Oh, that's incredible.
This is the freshest, youngest Grand Cru.
Oh, it's a baby.
It's a baby.
And this is how the World Cheese Championships are won, correct?
Yes, it is.
This is where it starts.
Absolutely. And these are a few hours old, and they're just about ready to head downstairs into the brine. The Grand Cru is our flagship cheese here at Roth, and we did win in 2016 the Grand Champion Award with the Grand Cru Surchoix, which was huge for a specialty cheese producer in Wisconsin.
Whoa.
Let's take a look at the cheese in the brine. The climate is controlled in here, just like the temp, the pH, the salinity in the brine is controlled.
This is like a beautiful swimming pool of deliciousness.
It is. So this is one of our cheese brines. It's full of cheese.
Sure.
All of our cheese comes through the brine.
Are the brines the same for every cheese?
They shouldn't be the same.
They should not be the same.
So depending on the variety of cheese, we need a little bit different pH. You might need a little bit different salt content. So we try to keep them segregated to where they fit in best. So the cheese comes in here and it gets a little bit of a spa treatment.
Sure.
The temperature is cooler. It comes down hot, so we're trying to cool it off. There's also a lot of moisture still inside the cheese, so we're replacing some of that moisture with salt.
Sure.
The texture gets firm, more compact, and you're also adding a nice amount of flavor from the salt.
I have to imagine that what happens next is nothing less than spectacular.
I'll take you to the next step for our Grand Cru, which would be the cellars.
Let's see them. Oh my gosh.
Welcome to the cellars.
This is beautiful.
Our Grand Cru are traditionally produced Alpine style cheeses that we wash and flip in our cellars. And to be producing a cheese like that here in Wisconsin is special because a lot of the cheeses people are familiar with in that style are actually imported. So we are very proud that we were able to deliver a champion produced right here in Wisconsin. Our Grand Cru and some of our other cellar-aged cheeses spend time in our cellar rooms for a couple months, up to a year. And The processes in here are responsible for adding a lot of that flavor development, the nuttiness, the sweetness, that age character that comes out in all of our products. Luke, I'd like to share something really special with you.
Awesome.
Let's take a look at this.
Whoa.
This is a very limited batch production of our Roth Monroe cheese. This is a product that I worked on and brought through development to production in my time here at Roth. It's a semi-soft washed rind cheese that has a really luscious, pudgy texture and a rind with just a little bit of texture, like a little bit crunch, a little bit, stick to your teeth, candy-like. Yeah.
Is this the only Monroe right now in the cellar?
This is the only Monroe anywhere.
Sweet.
It's not available for sale temporarily. So this cheese, when we're making it, this ages for 30 days here in the cellars. It's a very labor-intensive cheese. Everything is handmade in very small batches, hand-poured and turned. And once it gets into the cellar, it's handled every day and washed by hand every day.
Wow. So this is truly an artisan cheese.
This is a very artisan cheese. So all the cheese is placed on imported cedar boards, and the use of a wooden board is a very traditional practice for cheese affinage. It's porous, it allows the cheese rind to breathe without trapping too much moisture.
So this is kind of like a time-tested technology piece, right? The cedar is an old school, old world, kind of a way to let that cheese age and grow and breathe and develop flavor characteristics from like the old style. But over here, I'm watching this crazy process down the hall of this, is it a robot? Can I refer to it as a robot?
Absolutely.
And it's flipping the cheese. And is it washing the board or is it doing anything with the board?
It's washing the cheese.
It's washing the cheese.
Yeah.
This used to be somebody's job once upon a time, correct?
Oh, absolutely. This used to all be done by hand. People would turn the cheese, they'd pull the boards down, turn the cheese, and manually wash the rinds with a mixture of salt water and the bacteria we add to the surface to create the rind.
Whoa.
And now it's all done with these machines.
This is fascinating. I could legit watch this all day long.
We're constantly in here monitoring what the cheese looks like and what it needs, and deciding when it needs to be turned and washed. Every few days, up to maybe once a week towards the end of its curing time.
Do you think you're ready at some point to go taste some of this cheese?
I'm ready anytime.
My favorite part. I'm so excited.
Good, I brought some cheese for us to taste. First, we have our Grand Cru Reserve. Then we have our new Roth aged Gouda. Something brand new is our spinach artichoke Gouda. And finally, we have one of our award-winning blue cheeses.
Is this the buttermilk blue?
This is the buttermilk blue.
I love that cheese. But I'm assuming you're probably gonna want us to start here.
Definitely.
Correct? For you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What I look for in this cheese is some of those brothy notes, nuttiness, sweet flavors that come out in our Grand Cru as it ages.
Initially, you get a little bit of that nuttiness. You get some of that sweetness. You get that nice texture with this cheese.
Definitely one of my favorites. Next is something that I've put a lot of work into, the new Roth aged Gouda.
Okay.
That's aged for 6 months. Here I get notes of cooked sugar. Mm-hmm. Maybe a little bit of a tang, like some kind of tropical fruit, pineapple.
Ooh, this is really good.
I was hoping for that. Sweet.
Yep.
Caramel.
Yes.
But it's bright.
It's absolutely mouth-watering. And you get those caramel notes on it right away. So that sweet, rich creaminess, accented by just that little tang at the end of something that tastes tropical. I think I'm addicted to blue cheese. You know that?
I think it's addicting.
Cool. Okay, so you pick first, because I've been eyeballing one particular piece, and I want to see if you take that one.
Wow.
Go ahead, no pressure.
All right. I'm going in for a nugget, this one.
Ah, you didn't take the piece I wanted. I like this one because it looked like a star.
Yeah.
It's so cool. All right, this is the buttermilk blue. I love this. Oh God. When I eat this, all the sensors on my tongue, my palate, they light up. As opposed to the Grand Cru, which gets me in the front of the palate, this one really works the sides, and it keeps lingering and going. And that creaminess, all that fatty richness, carries that salty flavor all over your palate. And it's like that beautiful sweater in the wintertime. Maybe you have this, maybe you don't. Like the one where it's kind of gross outside and you just want to crawl into it. And it feels so comfortable. This cheese kind of takes me right there.
Yeah, it's an incredibly smooth, earthy blue cheese. And what I love about this one is the blue notes are definitely present, but it's not overwhelming. So it might even win over some people who aren't into blue cheese yet.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
This has been like a carnival for my mouth. It's been amazing.